I'm 12 years old, and on November 6th, I'll be 13. I love underhand fast pitch softball, and I'm a catcher. And I love basketball. And I have two younger brothers, one Dawson, and he's 10, and one Evan, and Evan's 9, and Evan has autism. And I love the cards. I do not like cake. Unless it's like ice cream cake or sometimes the cookie cake. I don't really think that there's much of a difference between just me and everybody else, besides the cake thing. My goal in life is to live for God, I like to call it live my mission. Spread the word of God and show that I love Him.
When Michala came to me 2 years ago with $7.35 and said, you can have it for the study. It's not enough, but you can have it, and I'm going to bead these bracelets, and I'm going to make these bracelets and sell them, and I'm going to raise that money that the hospital needs to do this study. And I took the money from her and I said, oh, Michala, that is so kind. Thank you so much. I really do appreciate it. And I kind of thought to myself, that's really sweet and all, but she just doesn't realize what $200,000 is. But then it was a couple of weeks later, we were coming out of church, and she had been in children's church. And she said, hey, Mom, she said, tonight in the children's church, we talked about that story in the Bible where Jesus fed the 5,000 with that little boy's lunch. And I said, yeah. And she said, you know the part of the story where they looked at his lunch and they said, that's not enough, but Jesus made it enough. And I said, yes, He did. And she said, you know, that's what I said about my $7.35 a couple of weeks ago. And I said, yes, Michala. And just as the Lord made that little boy's lunch enough for all those people, He is going to take your $7.35 and make it enough.
My unfailing love for you will not be moved. For you will not be moved. No, my unfailing love.
I remember when we found out in the pediatrician's office, dropping to my knees as soon as she said that word, dropping to my knees and not being able to get up out of the doctor's office floor for a few minutes. And then we left, and I remember being in a depression for a few months. And then one day, I think we both realized, okay, this is God's plan for us, not our plan, but God's plan. And we just took off with it. It hit us about the same time, and we were ready to move forward after a few months.
Michala is an awesome girl. To just have the determination to raise money like that, to just come up with a plan, first of all, to come up with a plan and then to implement it and raise $300,000 for a study, that's just incredible. And we want to thank her for the bottom of our hearts, because without that, I mean, we might not see that glimmer of hope that we're seeing in Brodie now. The laughter, and I mean, even his teacher asked us what was going on with Brodie, because she said how much happier he seemed in the classroom. So we know it's working, and we just want to thank her from the bottom of our hearts.
It was fun to meet Michala. It's good to know that, to see a person that has a brother with autism that understands.